What is up, my dudes? My memes are ironic and my depression is chronic. In today's video I will be doing a review of Titanfall 2 and talking about how the game plays, works, and feels. Keep in mind that this is a pre-alpha, so this may be subject to change in the future. With that said, let's go ahead and get right into this video. Now, when comparing this game to the previous Titanfall, I believe it could last more than a couple days of people playing it and then putting the game down for months on end. This is because in Titanfall 2, a lot more depth was added into this game, which makes it much more fun to play. For instance, new game types like pilots versus pilots where there are no titans and it's just player versus player. I really like this game type because I don't have to worry about a giant hulking mass of metal being able to stomp on me from above. I only have to worry about other people and I can shoot them pretty easily. And it's much more fun to play actually without the titans. Just because the mechanics of double jumping and stuff and wall running, which I can't get enough of, by the way. I'm glad they added that into this game as well. I also like the speed boost in this game, because if I may quote a gnome real quick, I'm fast as fuck, boy, whenever I equip it. I also like the grappling hook. It's nice to use it to get around easier if you can't maybe wall ride to a certain location, or to pull enemies close to you, which makes for pretty cool kills in my opinion. I haven't tried it yet because I'm pretty bad at the game, but other people have, and they've done it on me, and it's pretty embarrassing for me, and pretty cool looking for them. So, I like the new abilities. There are also these things you can do, and if you see the bottom left of your screen, you'll see like a thing charging up. That's like a power-up. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but what you do is basically in the pre-alpha, you can either get A, little mini drones to go out and find people, or B, get a supercharged weapon which makes your weapon have increased damage, your primary or secondary. Speaking of weapons, I really enjoy the assault rifle in the game. It's very fun to use, it's nice long range, it has good damage, and it's good for beginners as well as intermediate players. The maps in this game are also very fun to play on because of their variety that they come with. Because maps like this, Boomtown, it has very high altitude locations you can shoot from and very low altitude locations where you usually play on rooftops. And it's kind of fun. But there are also close range maps that are useful for shotguns and SMGs, which are also very fun to play. I like those maps more, but that's just me. And also in gunfights in general, it plays very much in between a Halo and Call of Duty. And what I mean by that is, in Halo, you'd be able to fight somebody even though they're shooting at you first, you could still come back and win. Titanfall 2 is kind of the same way, and I really do appreciate that aspect, but it also has a fast time to kill like Call of Duty. Now that I've said some positive things about Titanfall 2, I will have to say some negative things, unfortunately, because I did find some negative things in Titanfall 2, and it wouldn't be a very good review if I just said positive things. I'm sure you're asking yourself, Base, why aren't you talking about the Titans in this game? That's why it's called Titanfall 2, right? Because it's supposed to be about Titans. And while it is about Titans, and that's why this game is a little more original than other games, I did not find the Titan combat very fun. It was very hard to kill people, and usually they could hijack you, and most people could fight at the same time. It's very hard to fight in a Titan. Maybe it's because the game was released and there's not many perks out, and there's not many ways to fight. But right now, I'm having some troubles with Titan combat right now that aren't making the Titan usage in the game very fun to play. Also, I do not like certain weapons in the game. For instance, the sniper rifle. It's very hard to use. Maybe that's just because the game is still in pre-alpha and it's new, and people just haven't gotten a chance to use it or develop a skill to use it yet. Which is perfectly fine, and I'm sure people will get better with the sniper rifle as we go on, but it's just very different from previous games that you might have played or other things where you may know the sniper rifle from. If I could make a comparison, the sniper rifle is probably closer to a Battlefield sniper rifle rather than a usual Call of Duty Halo sniper rifle, or maybe even the CSGO sniper rifle. And also in the game, during gunfights and stuff and spawning, when you spawn in, you have a certain spawn location. You may notice in the top left, you'll see circles. The red circle is the enemy team spawn location, and the blue circle is your team spawn location. And they keep it, and they move it around the map during the entire game. And that's okay. That's something that I haven't seen. The problem is, most of the time, I'm stuck in on this map specifically. I'm stuck in a building, and the entire enemy team's outside spawn camping us. Right, like this building right here that you see on the screen is right there. Is where most people actually have a hard time getting out of if you're the enemy team in that building, because everyone's shooting at you from these buildings over here, and it makes for a very bad time for the one stuck in the building. But I'm sure they're already looking at it and they're already trying to fix it, so I don't think there's anything to worry about in the full release of the game later this year. Another problem is being able to play with your friends. It doesn't work like other Xbox Live games might, where you would go online, invite your friend into a lobby, and you would just start a search. Unlike that, what you were gonna have to do is on the screen, you'd have to like join a separate network, and then invite your network into your game, and then your friend has to join that network as well, and then receive that invite, and then join the game. Now, this is different. It's complicated to learn, but it should be a problem that's addressed by the game. But with all that said, I'm sure you all are wondering whether or not you should buy the game and if it's worth the buy. In my own personal opinion, I believe the game is definitely worth the buy. It's very fun to play, and that I'm sure it will last more than a few weeks, unlike the first game, because of its new depth that it has in this game rather than the first one. Alright guys, thanks for watching this review. Leave a like if you enjoyed or agree with some of my opinions, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out.